A journey of knowledge. Introducing Professor Luigi Gaudio, a beacon of wisdom and inspiration in the academic world. Professor Luigi Gaudio is a dedicated educator who has devoted his life to the pursuit and dissemination of knowledge. He has a profound passion for philosophy, a field that explores the fundamental questions of existence, knowledge, and ethics. With years of experience, he has inspired countless students, encouraging them to think critically and explore new ideas. His journey began in the picturesque landscapes of Italy, a country rich in history and culture. Professor Gaudio's teaching career started in high school, where he first discovered his love for teaching. He taught philosophy and history, subjects that allowed him to delve into the depths of human thought and civilization. His engaging teaching style captivated students, making even the most complex ideas accessible and interesting. He had a knack for making complex ideas understandable, breaking them down into simpler concepts that students could easily grasp. Beyond the classroom, Professor Gaudio explored new ways to share his knowledge, embracing technology to reach a broader audience. He ventured into the world of podcasting, creating content that resonated with listeners around the globe. His Italian podcast gained a loyal following, attracting listeners who were eager to learn and engage with philosophical ideas. Through his podcasts, he was making philosophy accessible to a wider audience, breaking down barriers and fostering a love for learning in people from all walks of life. Bridging cultures, from Italian podcasts to talking about philosophy. This journey is a testament to the power of ideas and the desire to connect minds across borders. Professor Gaudio saw an opportunity. He recognized the potential of podcasts to reach beyond the confines of traditional classrooms and academic journals. He wanted to reach a global audience. His vision was to make philosophy accessible to everyone, regardless of their background or location. This led him to create Talking About Philosophy. The podcast became a platform where complex ideas could be discussed in a simple and engaging manner. This marked his first foray into English language podcasting. It was a bold step, but one that promised to open new doors and create new connections. Talking About Philosophy aims to break down barriers. Philosophy can seem intimidating, but Professor Gaudio believes it should be a conversation everyone can join. This podcast makes it welcoming for everyone. By using everyday language and relatable examples, it demystifies philosophical concepts. Professor Gaudio uses clear language and relatable examples. The podcast bridges cultures, making complex ideas understandable and relevant to a diverse audience. It connects Italian philosophical traditions with English-speaking listeners. This cultural exchange enriches the dialogue and broadens perspectives. This cross-cultural dialogue enriches the learning experience. It fosters a deeper understanding and appreciation of different philosophical traditions. It offers a unique perspective on philosophical concepts. By bringing together diverse thoughts and ideas, Talking About Philosophy creates a vibrant and inclusive community of learners. Philosophy for everyone, making the complex understandable. Philosophy is for everyone. Professor Gaudio firmly believes this. With Talking About Philosophy, he proves it. The podcast uses an engaging and accessible approach. Professor Gaudio breaks down complex ideas. He uses clear and concise language. He avoids jargon. This makes philosophy easy to grasp for listeners of all backgrounds. The podcast covers a wide range of philosophical topics, from ancient Greek philosophy to modern existentialism. There's something for everyone. Professor Gaudio's passion for philosophy shines through in every episode. Engaging dialogues, bringing philosophical concepts to life. Talking About Philosophy features engaging dialogues. Professor Gaudio invites guests to join him. These guests include fellow educators, experts, and even students. These conversations bring philosophical concepts to life. Different perspectives are shared and debated. This dynamic format keeps listeners engaged. The dialogues are carefully curated. They are relevant to contemporary issues. This makes the podcast both informative and thought-provoking. It encourages listeners to think critically about the world around them. Section 5. Practical examples, grounding philosophy in everyday experiences. Professor Gaudio understands the importance of practicality. He grounds philosophical concepts in everyday experiences. This makes the podcast relatable and relevant. He uses real-life examples to illustrate abstract ideas. This helps listeners connect with the material on a deeper level. They can see how philosophy applies to their own lives. This approach demystifies philosophy. It shows that philosophical thinking is not limited to academia. It is a valuable tool for navigating life's challenges and opportunities. Section 6. Philosophical Curiosities, Sparking Wonder and Inquiry. This section delves into the heart of what makes philosophy so captivating and essential in our lives. Talking about philosophy is more than just lectures. It's about engaging in meaningful conversations, challenging ideas, and exploring the depths of human thought. Professor Gaudio incorporates philosophical curiosities into each episode. He shares intriguing anecdotes, thought experiments, and historical tidbits. These stories and experiments are designed to make listeners think deeply and question the world around them. These elements add a layer of intrigue to the podcast. They transform abstract concepts into relatable and thought-provoking discussions that captivate the audience. They spark wonder and curiosity in listeners. This sense of wonder is the first step towards a deeper understanding and appreciation of philosophical ideas. They encourage them to question their assumptions and explore new ideas. By challenging what we think we know, we open ourselves up to new perspectives and insights. By fostering a sense of curiosity, Professor Gaudio hopes to inspire lifelong learning. He believes that the pursuit of knowledge should never end, and that curiosity is the driving force behind this journey. He believes that philosophy is an ongoing journey of discovery. It's not about finding definitive answers, but about continuously seeking understanding and wisdom. It is about asking questions and seeking understanding. Every question leads to another, creating a never-ending cycle of learning and growth. Section 7. Benefits for students. Enhancing understanding and critical thinking. Talking about philosophy is a valuable resource for students. It can supplement classroom learning. It can deepen their understanding of philosophical concepts. The podcast's clear explanations and engaging format make learning enjoyable. It helps students grasp difficult material and retain information. Furthermore, the podcast encourages critical thinking. It challenges students to analyze arguments, evaluate different perspectives, and form their own conclusions. These skills are essential for academic success and beyond. Section 8. A resource for teachers supplementing classroom learning. Teachers can also benefit from talking about philosophy. The podcast can be used as a supplementary resource in the classroom. It can introduce new topics or provide alternative perspectives. The engaging dialogues and practical examples can spark lively discussions among students. The podcast can also be assigned as homework or listening material for independent study. By incorporating the podcast into their teaching, educators can enhance their lessons. They can create a more dynamic and engaging learning environment for their students. Section 9. Fueling Passion, a must-listen for philosophy enthusiasts. Talking about philosophy is a must-listen for philosophy enthusiasts. It provides a platform for exploring philosophical ideas in depth. It features discussions with experts and thought leaders in the field. The podcast's diverse range of topics caters to a wide range of interests. Whether listeners are interested in ethics, metaphysics, or political philosophy, there's something for everyone. Professor Gaudio's passion for philosophy is contagious. His enthusiasm shines through in every episode. It inspires listeners to delve deeper into the world of philosophy. Section 10. Flexible learning philosophy at your own pace. One of the greatest advantages of podcast learning is its flexibility. Talking about philosophy can be accessed anytime, anywhere. Listeners can learn at their own pace. Whether they have a few minutes to spare or a long commute, they can tune in and engage with philosophical ideas. This makes the podcast ideal for busy individuals who are always on the go. The podcast is available on various platforms, including Spreaker. This makes it easily accessible to a global audience. Section 11. Join the conversation. Tune in to Talking About Philosophy. Professor Luigi Gaudio's Talking About Philosophy is more than just a podcast. It is an invitation to join a community of learners. It is a call to engage with philosophy's enduring questions. Tune in to Talking About Philosophy on Spreaker and embark on a journey of intellectual discovery. Share the podcast with friends, family, and fellow philosophy enthusiasts. Let's explore the world of philosophy together.